Good morning. We are on our way from Amsterdam to Germany. We're headed to Hanover right now, where we'll meet a friend. And we were just stopped by the German customs, which is it's the first time. We got stopped once in Italy just by regular, I guess, like traffic police. They checked our documents and that's it. I heard that a lot of Russians come to Italy with Russian cars and they don't and they drive on them for they drive them for many years without doing the proper customs. You have to pay if you want to actually import the car into Italy officially, but you're allowed, of course, to drive temporarily on them. Anyway, so the customs stopped us. It was interesting because we were driving like 145 kilometers an hour, and this customs car was driving faster than, came up behind me. So I switched lanes, and then he went in front of me, and they have like this light behind that says German, and then it switched to English. It says "Follow me," and so I followed him, and we stopped, and yeah, it's really interesting because they asked for our driver's license and passports, and they were wondering where we came from. I said from Amsterdam, and they're asking about marijuana, especially because marijuana is easy to get in Amsterdam, and it's illegal in Germany, I guess. So
maybe it's a big fine.
Oh, even she said, "Have any joint in the car?" or something like that. Like at first I didn't understand, and then I got it. And then they're like, hash brownies, anything like.
And money.
Funny. Oh yes, money over 10,000 euros, I think she said.
And weapons.
And weapons, yeah, and that's it. They looked at our bags for a second. They took our documents and checked them, and that's it. But they were pretty nice. They spoke English well, and the funny thing was that the other car, another car was pulled over right after us, and there was also a Russian license plate from Moscow as well. So pretty, I don't know. They're looking for the foreigners, I guess. It's more likely that they would take something illegal from the Netherlands to Germany. I wonder what would happen if you had a joint and you told them, yeah, I have a joint. They would I'm sure it's a problem, but maybe they just let you throw it out or something. I don't know.
But maybe it's
maybe
a
you
huge
get a fine or something. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, well, we should read about it.
Yeah.
But luckily, we didn't have anything.
We're on the Autobahn again. It's kind of cool to just not have to worry about speed. Of course, you can't, we don't go crazy, but it's nice that you don't have to always worry, because in the Netherlands the tolerance is 3 kilometers, and sometimes they have these average speed checks. So for 5 kilometers they measure your speed, your average speed. So they measure when you entered and when you left, and then they calculate the average. And if you're more than 3 kilometers over the speed limit, you get a fine. So yeah, that's sort of you're always a little bit worried that you make sure you don't get just a couple kilometers over. But now you don't have to worry about it. And yeah, we had a great time in the Netherlands. It's I don't know, I don't know what it is, what it depends on. Maybe it's in part just depends on our mood. But we came to the Netherlands and we just had this good vibes. We went to a grocery store and we loved the grocery store. There's this really good selection. The prices seem to be cheaper than Belgium and France, definitely. Lots of really reasonable prices. We got a kilogram of lasagna that you just have to heat up for €2.50, I think, and it was pretty good actually. We bought it and ate it. Yeah, there's a bunch of peanut butter, and I think they have this cookie butter. We bought some, but I still haven't tried it, but I think it's what they call cookie butter back home. And lots of sauces and soups. Eva really loves soups. I like soups too, but Eva really misses soups when we don't have them. So you can just buy, different bags of soup or cans of soup, which in many countries is not possible. So I'm going 130 now. This Porsche just not going that fast, but definitely past me. What else was cool? Of course, we walked around Amsterdam. really we stayed a little bit outside of Amsterdam in this dorm, which was probably the nicest dorm that I've ever been in. There's like, I think maybe 10 like rooms in this one hallway, and they all share one kitchen, but each person has their own bathroom, their own fridge, and a beautiful view. We were on the 12th floor, and when we went to the store, there's a really nice like it's just a nice area. There's these little rivers all over the place, and trees, and ducks and swans, and yeah, nice. And houses are also, as we're walking along these paths, there's houses like just along that river. And then we went to Amsterdam. We saw a lot of different churches, well, a few different churches, lots of old architecture. We rode the metro into the center. It's really not it's like not encouraged at all to drive your car in the center of Amsterdam. It looks like it would be pretty difficult. And the parking, they recently raised the fee to €7.50 per hour, which is pretty expensive in my opinion, just to park along the street. And yeah, there's so many bicycles, so it's more of like a cycling city. We were reading that it's the most it's the safest city for cyclists in the world, and in the Netherlands there are actually more bicycles than there are people. There's like 18 million bicycles and 17 million people, and of course Amsterdam is famous for its canals, I think that's what you call them, or channels. Canals, yeah? I don't know. Canal, I think. So basically these little like rivers all over the city. So there's bridges everywhere, and it's really cool. And some people even live on the river, definitely. Like there's these houseboats and people live there. They even have addresses like facing the street. So I guess they just like always float on the river and people live there. We walked through the red light district, which is basically a place where the prostitutes are. Like prostitution is legal, I think in the Netherlands, but definitely in Amsterdam. And so it's called the red light district because there's little red lights over the doors, and you can walk around there, and there's just these glass doors, and there's just women, mostly they're like in their underwear, standing there and trying to attract men to come and pay them for sex, I guess. And so that was sort of an interesting experience. We didn't film the actual woman because there's signs everywhere that say you're not allowed to film, and I've heard that's a problem. There's a really cool walking street with loads of stores that was really long. I was surprised by how long it was. Probably like, it's over a kilometer for sure, maybe a couple kilometers. And there's a lot of Christmas decorations up now, so it was really nice once it got dark. And yeah, that's about it. But overall, we had a really, really nice impression of the Netherlands and of Amsterdam. The language just sounds a little bit funny to my ear because it's really similar to English.
In het Nederlands zeg je ja, ja.
Het is koud.
Sorry, excuseer mij.
Wat is uw naam?
Mijn naam is Anneke.
Wat is dit?
Waar is het?
Hier, daar.
Like it's a Germanic language, so a lot of things you can understand, but the pronunciation just sounds a little bit funny.
And
No offense, of course, but it's cool. And like everybody speaks English. I think it's like 86% speak English in the country, and I imagine that the people that don't speak English don't live in Amsterdam. Yeah, like we read that the Netherlands has the highest rating for English as a foreign language of any country in the world. Also, we noticed right away there's a lot of immigrants. You can tell like a lot of people are not like ethnically Dutch, but the people that are Dutch, we noticed they're really tall. And I remembered that they're actually the tallest in the world. The men especially are like average of 1.83 meters, and for women I think it's 1.7, which is really high. I think the women are the second tallest in the world. But now we're back in Germany. It's kind of cool to be in a familiar place again, although we haven't been in this part of Germany. And we'll visit with my friend briefly in Hanover. We're going to have lunch. I met him when I was living in Ukraine. We served on a church mission together, and he's here. I don't know what he's doing. We'll have to ask him. And then we're going to a city called Quedlinburg. I may be saying it wrong, but we're going to stay with a family friend there. We are in Hanover, and we are about to meet my friend Jacob. So, this is my friend Jacob.
Hey.
What are you doing here?
I have been in North Germany for about 2 months. I'm a musician and I've been studying the organ, pipe organ.
And you studied that in Arizona too, right?
That's right.
Cool.
Yeah.
So what stage are you at now? Like, you did like a bachelor's already?
Mm-hmm.
And now what?
I finished my master's last year and I'm working on my doctorate now.
Wow. In organ music, basically?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's right.
That's cool. So what do you do with a doctorate in organ music?
Well, you either teach or just play at a church.
Okay. But you don't need a doctorate to play at a church, right?
No.
So what's the motivation for you?
Mostly it's free.
Okay.
They're paying me to do it.
Yeah.
So it's an awesome opportunity. I'm super glad to be doing it.
Is what's it like in Europe? Like, is organ playing different here, or like, is it more popular?
I'd say it's a little more popular.
Uh-huh.
The main difference is that the organs are like the original sources.
Okay.
You know, because in America, the oldest organs we have come from the 1700s. But just 2 days ago, I was playing on an instrument that was built in 1680s.
Wow.
And it's still like in the exact same condition. Mostly, it was when it was built.
Huh.
I mean, the keyboard is the same.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I even played on one keyboard that Bach himself had played on.
Wow.
You know, and he wrote some of the greatest music for the organ.
That's amazing.
It's so cool. So this is really like where all of the good instruments are in Europe.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, and we've heard you speaking a bit of German. When did you start learning German?
Oh, I took a couple classes in my undergrad.
Yeah.
So I studied probably for 4 semesters, and then came out here, and I really realized that doesn't really matter.
You don't need it, you mean?
Yeah, I hardly understood anything, but it's gotten much better in
Just in 2 months. Yeah.
of talking to people. Yeah.
Cool. Do you try to make a point of speaking German to people, or like, because the people often switch to English, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Cool.
People are very willing to work with you if you don't know the language. You can ask them to explain things different ways, and they'll do it.
Cool.
But I take lessons from a professor here at the Conservatory for Music in Bremen, and he teaches in German. And so.
So you have a class in German, yeah. Okay. Cool.
And all the other students speak German, and some of them are, for example, Korean, and so they don't know any English, so it's either German or nothing.
Just German. Okay.
So
That's fun.
You have to be.
You can speak broken German together.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
How are you enjoying Germany in general?
I love it.
Yeah.
It's perfect. It's so cool. My wife was here for a month.
I was gonna ask. Yeah.
She was able to come. She works remotely from home anyways.
Yeah.
And so she was actually able to still work.
Yeah.
And then we would just go visit things on the weekends. But it's been so good.
Sweet. And are you living in Arizona now? Like, I mean, when you're
in Kansas.
Okay. Cool. Are you from Arizona originally? Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's right.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Cool. Our food's here.
So we're
Schnitzel and some like mushroom sauce.
we're yeah. Did you say that we're in this German restaurant, like in a small
I
city?
didn't say where we are. I said we're in Hanover, and this is a German restaurant.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Everything covered.
A small cozy restaurant with a nice waiter, and Jacob ordered another delicious meat. I don't know what is this.
4 different kinds, right? Or
Yeah.
3 different kinds.
It's
I think you said there's
medallions.
chicken, pork, and beef.
Yep, that's right.
And
Some bacon wrapped.
asparagus.
Ooh.
Wow. And this is mine.
I think those are green beans.
Looks so beautiful.
Delicious food. Great to meet with old friends, and we're on the road again, off to the car.
It was really unexpected, guys. Like, we left Hanover, the place where we were eating with John's friends, and it was like fall, orange leaves on the floor, cold but no snow, no rain. And as soon as we started driving, like, everything has changed. So it was like rain at the beginning, +3, then +2, then +1, then 0, and then snow began. So yeah, now we're...
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Looks like you're filming me.
No, I was filming myself, and now I just I think there's no focus. Like, wait a minute.
Focus on me.
Focus. Oh yeah, now there is focus. So we were driving, I think 1.5 hours, and we saw our first snow since summer. I think still there is no focus. I don't know why.
Maybe because of my beard, it doesn't recognize my face.
Maybe. So anyway, we came to the small city called, can you say the name?
I think it's like Quedlinburg, I think.
Yeah, and we're staying at this wonderful Airbnb place. So there's like old German house, and we're staying in an apartment called Maria. And you can see how cozy it is. So this apartment belongs to my father's friend, and she invited us to stay here. This house was built in the 18th century. It's very old German house, like I was saying before. And you see how cozy it is. Like, every corner of the space is so like cozy and elegant and, I don't know, made with love. So we have like bed and bathroom here. And I think there's like hair dryer, and here is the shower. Yeah. Oh, we're in Germany. Crazy, John? We're again in Germany.
Yeah, we're definitely moving closer to home now. It's cool. Moscow is getting closer and closer.
And there is this thing, Jana, like the owner of this house, our friend, she told us that heating is inside the wall, so the wall is actually warm. Despite that fact that outside is like 0, and then it's very cold, and here it's very warm and nice. And yeah, and we came, there was like a nice music. I just turned it off because I know that YouTube doesn't like any music in our videos. Yeah, so it's nice. We are here, and tomorrow we are going to explore this beautiful, small and historical city. And before, I want to show you something, like some beautiful decorations also. You see, I think this is a cake or something like this, or keks, I don't know how to call it in English. It smells so good. And Jana put some fruits here, and all cups, like everything what you might need, and here, and kettle, and even, I don't know, scissors, forks, spoons, everything. So cool. It's like having your own small apartment, and even candles. You see how nice it is. So cozy, so cozy. How do you feel here, John?
Pretty cozy. Got internet, it's warm, it's great, everything's good. Now we are drinking tea. And this is Jana.
Hiya.
And what is this room here? Do you have some like stuff for sale here, or? Oh yeah. You make this stuff?
No, it's made by the friends of mine.
Okay.
It's actually, this is a house.
Okay, this is where we are.
Yeah, Gutsmuth's house. And why it says Gutsmuth's house? Because this man that were born in 1759, they were a very interesting person in a pedagogical life in Germany.
Okay.
And as well everywhere, in Europe. Yeah, he was born here.
In this house. Oh wow, okay.
In this house.
Cool.
Yeah, and we bought it 2012. We bought it in 7 years. We just spent for making here nice and pretty and cozy and comfortable, and for a lot of people here.
Yeah.
So here it's a place for exhibitions, for parties, for meetings, and so on and so forth. Here, look, this is a time to Advent time in Germany, and it's very popular.
Before Christmas or?
Before Christmas,
Ah, yes.
4 weeks before Christmas.
Yes.
German like to go in in the places, drinking the blue wine,
Okay.
hot wine,
Hot wine.
and making fun, buying some nice presents. And here I just make small places. Actually, I did it already last year. This is the things my friends made.
Okay, yeah.
And it's not about business. It's just about providing interesting solution for the people who can spend money at least once a year. Yeah, and I hope a lot of people just buy it. Well, and as you see here, it is some pictures here, but it's not exhibition. It's bought by me. Here
Nice.
This is pictures of the Walter Richter. There's the artist who is middle 80.
In his mid 80s? Oh, this is the house?
Yeah, this is a house.
100 years ago, 50 years ago,
Wow.
60 years ago.
Yes, we just found the pictures.
Awesome.
Guys, look at this wonderful kitchen. It's in the same house, and this is like a living part of this house. So Jana, with her husband and with her mom, they live here. And this is Lana. This is Jana's mother. Lana is living in Moscow like most of the time, but sometimes she's coming to her daughter to visit her daughter in Germany. And they prepared a wonderful dinner for us. This is
Wow, it's not wonderful, just a small one.
this is a soup shi. I don't know how to explain in English. It's from cabbage and you see
Potato vegetarian soup.
and there's a sour cream, of course, and you see sausage in the middle of the table, garlic. It's как сказать маринованный?
Pickled maybe.
Pickled garlic, butter, salad, and everything is so cozy here. I miss soup so much, especially when we are traveling and I don't have this opportunity to cook soup, so I'm always very happy to eat some of it.
So there's our room, and there's nobody staying in the other room today, so we thought we'd take a peek.
This room called Barbara.
Because it's the mother, right, of the...
Mother of good smalls.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's his mother, yeah.
And this one is like a suite, so there's a
Yeah.
sort of a full kitchen. This is even a fridge. And yeah, stovetop and...
Fridge, everything what you need for the short stay.
Oh, a toaster.
Oh, even a toaster, of course, great.
A nice cozy bed with a beautiful picture and even
Yeah, this picture is absolutely fantastic. It's from local painter. And this is the most coziest and most smallest bathroom in Quedlinburg, I think.
Yeah, but it's good. You got everything you need.
Yeah, because
A big shower.
Because see, you had a small steps here, yeah. Because this is a new house, and this is the old one, and we had only this small corner to build up something, and we did the bathroom.
You did the best you could. It's nice.
Yeah,
I like
because
it.
if you do bathroom here, so this room here will be very small.
Yeah.
I have a question, Jana. We saw the same thing in Amsterdam.
Yes.
Why people don't put something here so you don't need to use the stick to
Not to sleep. It's actually the way. I
Like
don't
so you
know.
don't trip on the...
Yeah.
Okay.
because
Yeah.
the water goes like this and then you need to use
sometimes.
the
But if you put
it's like in Brazil. In Brazil they don't do this also. Yeah, of course.
if you put it here like that, the water wouldn't come.
Good morning. Breakfast time.
Good morning.
While John is choosing the type of the tea, what he wants, I want to show you like it's so nice. Like Jana made this breakfast for us, and Everything is so beautiful, and you see there are like small gems and envelope with a nice postcard with a house from the city, and I think those are juices, and I think this is I don't know, some berry drink, or maybe water, and this is bread. Oh, everything is just so beautiful, so it's even it's hard to start eating. And now we got this porridge. I miss porridge too. In Russia it's very typical food for breakfast, and I think not only in Russia, in many parts of the world. And I think this porridge is with
it's with raspberry.
I forgot this berry, raspberry jam. Yeah, raspberry.
It was dark when we arrived and snowing, so we didn't film, but this is the outside of the house that we are staying in. And you can actually open this up and drive through, and our car is in there.
So this house is from 18th century, and Jana and her husband, they restorated or renovated. Restored like everything, like from the walls, from the ceiling, like just literally everything. And they keep like all records, the history of this house, like all families who were living there. And yeah, just everything is, I don't know, everything is made with soul. How do you put it? Like
with love.
Yeah, everything made.
They put their heart into it.
Yeah, and you can see it when you're inside. So it's just amazing. And the city is, we will explore the city today, and we'll see what else they have. But you see, it looks very typical, like typical German city. Small. Jana, can you tell us about the monument in English? Just a few words.
Yeah, just a few words.
Yeah.
This is a monument, and you can see the Gutsmuts with his
student.
Student. The schoolboy.
So this is like a square is named after him, and there's a
Yes,
monument.
yeah.
And he was born over there.
Yeah.
Wow,
But
cool.
it's just come up beginning of 20th century.
Okay.
Yeah, because before it was not very easy.
And those narrow streets.
С другой стороны, есть другая концепция, что это не частик
Look
в
at
городе.
this, guys.
И вон там наверху и сидит замечательная ворона, которая пьет вино.
Ah,
Ну, сейчас не очень хорошо видно, но...
this is one of the oldest building in the city. Oh wow! And it's real. I have this feeling that everything is like fake. People don't
The
leave
movie set.
here. Yeah, it's like Hollywood pavilion, or how do you call it? Like
Yeah, the whole town is Hollywood. Yeah.
crazy,
built
but
up.
it's real, guys. It's real.
Look this house. This is in half. Is a
Wooden.
stone house, and then it's half timbered house. And here is a shoe hole.
Wow.
So this is like somebody's house above the
Yes.
road.
Yeah, and this is a small road, small street,
Yes.
small gap. You can go crawl. And
This is under someone's house. Steps. Oh, Christmas tree, guys. Yeah, this city is like I don't know, Barbie city. Как город, как сказать?
Like a doll.
Oh,
Like they're like doll houses, a doll city.
yeah, everything is so small and so beautiful and cozy and nice.
So I guess this is like the central square. It seems like. And this is a church?
City council.
City council. Ah. Cool.
Yeah, that's well known from the 13th century.
Wow.
But the latest parts it's from the 19th century. But we will see what we can see. You can see the other place. This was place for the person who keep
Like a guard?
control,
Yeah.
And if they just were tired, you can sit a little bit.
Convenient.
Yeah, just
Come on. It's not my house, but
Oh, city council.
the city council. Yeah, you
Cool.
can see here. You can smell here. First of all, you can see here the letterbox.
Okay, that's the letterbox.
That's a letterbox. An old letterbox. If you just bring this, your letter for the ethnic council, you just put it.
Check out all this detail. Like, it's, I don't know, just so much detail. And there's a carving here. It's kind of hard to see in this lighting. There's like a guy, and this door is just like massive. It's huge. And there's this. Wow. City Council. It's kind of crazy. People likes this Santa Claus. These people are all, everything's getting decorated for Christmas. Really cool. This is how stained glass art is made. This is all of this is made by hand. This is what it looks like from the outside, of course, in a really old building. Here's a little fruit and vegetable market. Canon told us this is really popular in Germany, just like this little book cabin where you can come and exchange books, take a book, leave a book. Really cool. There's lots of little shops here with that do some handmade crafts. There's like a castle over there that we're gonna go see, and I think it's so interesting how like you can just walk under somebody's house, and on the left and the right, just like a floating house. Huh. It's really unique, man. This is so old, all this stuff. Like, where I'm from, there's nothing this old, that's for sure. There's this little courtyard, and we were just trying to guess what this was for. It took us quite a while, but this was built to store food, basically. You know, different grains. To protect them from, I guess, perhaps water, but like fire, or especially from little rodents that they can't climb up the stone. So they so they would store food up here, because if you didn't have any food, you would die, of course, especially in the winter when nothing's growing, I guess. Wow, these are wild grapes, and they're all the way up this wall. I don't think I've ever seen that before. I think they're like growing from the gutters up there too. Crazy. We're continuing our walk, our tour around this town. Really cool. This town is a UNESCO site, by the way. So this is a castle, and this is a view. It's noticeably colder up here.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Cute little town. Let me get over here. It's still pretty green. It's grass. Even though it's getting really cold. So it was 0 degrees this morning. And we've gone down a little bit lower to another sort of lookout point. You can see another view of the town. Lots of chimneys. You can see the smoke from the chimneys. People trying to keep warm. And there's snow on the roof up here, actually. It's definitely colder. There's a little bus for tourists. Kind of cute. Here's a view of the castle from a bit further away. And there's these spires all over the place. I guess at least some, maybe all of them are churches. 7:30 in the morning, and we are all ready to go. This is everything we have. Well, this is all food. This is our stuff. Laptop in there. And we will put a link to this Airbnb, I guess, in the description. Really cool place. Really, really interesting little town. Yeah, so historic and really cool.
Yeah, we will miss this place, definitely.
What I didn't mention yesterday was that this breakfast is like the standard breakfast for guests. Pretty cool and very tasty. Looks like this is an egg. Cool. We are back on the road. We're actually in Poland now, on our way to Gdansk today. And yeah, we'll end the vlog here, but we just wanted to say again that we had a great time in Quedlinburg, and it was it's a really unique city. I'm not sure if I've ever been in a city quite like that. You know, it's so old, and I don't even really have words to describe how the feeling there. There's just sort of this like feeling like you're in a movie, or yeah, something sort of unreal, but great. Definitely recommend checking it out if you're in the area, and we will see you again soon.